Waka waka waka. Welcome, June. I'm here, if not all there. Oh, what a week. Let's see. Who's on first? June. Junebug. Huawei. Kalish on the Oscars. CC's the Aquascapes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know already, CC will be going live at 12:30. I'm excited. I love the move. It seems like right after Dan is a very busy time. Looks like that's going to keep happening. Well, that's all right because it makes a noise. It lets me know when it's happening. So that's better than other drops, I guess. We're looking at my 20-gallon, my pepper quarry tank. We're looking at it from a side angle instead of like end on. So get a little different view and a view farther back in the tank than we do from the front. So we'll consider that a new tank. We'll take what we can get. Yeah, tonight Cece goes live. She's gonna the vampire. It's gonna be great. We need more late nighters. So many of us are done at 12:30, including myself. You know what I mean? Like, but Jeff Kane, Jeff Kane is out there wrangling it. Hey, Cece, it happens. I've slept over my slot before, and well, oh, Ivy was real upset with me when it happened. She was looking forward to it. I felt like super bad about it, but like I was unconscious. You know what I mean? Like that's hard for me, but pretty good time for me. That is what the replay is for. And Cece was saying that she gets a lot of replay. She says that she gets some good replay, and I think that that's great. I love books. I just had some friends in town over the past weekend. I was working, but I got to hang out with them for an hour. I went and got uh, a burrito with them, one day. So it was still a good visit. But she's an author, and she was down promoting her new book, Morgan, and I believe it's The Witches of Bone Hill. And so that's great. I love books. I love that Kalish is doing books. I enjoy watching her stream, even if it's on a replay. That's how I have to do my Sundays now because I've been going to bed so I could be up early. Good day, Mark. Yeah, Kalish, and like however you show up in my stream, you know what I mean? Like that's fine with me. You don't have to be all there to be a part of the chat here. You know what I mean? Like be kind is the rule of the day. But yeah, he's all colored up. They just got no, they didn't get a water change. They just oh yeah. I'm back. Oh, June, I don't know whether that's a good idea or not. You should have to type the words, you know? I'm afraid that's too little of a filter. I can only imagine, girl. But these guys are all colored up. They've been watching me do water changes, so I think that they're getting ready to be excited about that. I want to trim this hair grass that has gotten out of control. So we'll do that in a minute. That'll be fun. Sneak up on coolies. That sounds awesome. Huawei is helpful. I will admit that. Let me find my coffee so we can begin. I'm going to pour a second cup of coffee. I'm drinking iced coffee. Ah! So yeah, Restream isn't working all that great for me, but eh. Try a security. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. I think link outdoor cameras, stuff like that, and like it'd be cool to like switch a bunch of different cameras. I mean, I'm obviously not going to do it on this. Looking at Riverside FM, might give them a try. My wife had a thing that was talking about it. Um, oh, the chat. Ah, hello, June. I'm right here, lady. A V4 with color night vision, yeah, abilities and stuff like that in it too, which could be cool. Um, but yeah, I was wondering if anybody has fooled around with those. because like they're doing some and stuff like that. Now with the security cameras, you got to watch out for like some of them only work with a service plan. You know what I mean? And I don't know, it's uploaded to the cloud. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that's not really what I'm interested in. I'm interested in good cameras. And to be honest, for live streaming, like, but it's not that hard to get a 4K camera, a 4K capable camera nowadays. And you know, for like home security and stuff like that, if the camera is good enough, the bundles and deals that they do on them from time to time, I guess, just to freaking get to move it, you know what I mean? Because they're making so many cameras. I think it's great. I mean, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm talking when I'm talking about coming down in price like that, like coming down like over like years time, you know what I mean? To the point like where it's now like it's not going to matter like a 25% a 25% increase that I'm talking like coming down by like half over like a 5 year period, you know what I mean? And like the cameras on our phones and stuff are so good. So for recorded content, we can get better quality. Um, but during the live streaming and stuff like that, we're so hampered that I might be able to buy some cheap cameras and make it work. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's been getting longer. Um, let's see, fish news. My tank that was green last week has gotten more green. So it's pretty wild. I tested it and it doesn't appear to be like crazy out of whack. I think the nitrates were between 25 and 50 according to the strip, which like I would have allowed for more of that just by the way it looks. But it's green and it is full of freaking baby guppies. Like so many guppies, y'all. Like I'll show you guys in a minute. It's yeah, it's intense. So I mean like I think the green water is good for them and stuff like that. Water tests okay. Um, not noticing a real difference in between my new test strips and my old test strips. So I will keep going with my old test strips. Um, I'm gonna do double duty here for a little bit longer, but if the old test strips are still working fine, I'll use them first. But for realsies, where's the chat? Wise is pretty good. It's like $3 a month and $30 to $50 a camera. Yeah, that's great. You know what I mean? And like if you can use it without paying $3 a month, that would be great too. Restream doesn't like me for some reason. You have little issues with Restream, but I'm looking into switching to just OBS. Yeah, you can move from OBS to Restream. They've got it set up for that. I'm using the free version and also with the iOS and stuff like that, like that is interfering with it, and there's something to configure somewhere, something to turn off my GPS. Would this still be a problem? You know what I mean? Like, so I'll figure it out. I mean, what the 28th is when my new 5 hours is on the other one, so I should be able to get three 3 weeks on the other uh, StreamYard. And like I said, that's been working for me. Not with the headphones, so it wouldn't be as good for an interview. I keep quite a few fish. Um, right now, we're looking at, why is it upside down? Right now, we're watching upside down peppercorns. Um, I've got peppercorns. I got some caney eye corys. I have two different strains of Endler. I have three different colors of bushy nose plecos. I've got some big old common goldfish in the 75-gallon inside. I've got low to medium light plants that are easy for me to, that is bothering me so much. Oh my goodness, it's so hilarious. Um, yeah, I got tons of pest snails. Um, oh, I've got some rosy barbs. I like those guys a lot. I think oh, red-tailed swords. Got a bunch of red-tailed swords too. And I've got one betta fish that is chilling with some guppies. So yeah, I mean, like a lot of live bears, not too much. All easy stuff using city water and the ATX with water conditioner. Big fan of the Fritz. You know what I mean? But if I go to the store and they don't have Fritz, or I need to go to the store and get it that morning because I'm out, like I will use any water conditioner. You know what I mean? Like I trust them enough. Yeah, not many upside down tanks, and I mean, like I wish I could tell you how I've done it, um, but it's so freaking silly. I'm gonna I'm gonna kick it down and have it rejoin. Everybody, hold with me. Yes, sir, I do. Since this other camera isn't working, let me pop up that and switch my camera to the back camera. Yeah, there they are right there. Guys, I snuck in a real plant. That green right there, that's actually a real plant. Enough that they're like, eh, whatever. And then I hid another one in there. You can see its leaves coming up. So protected by rocks, right? The roots have been exposed already, but it looks pretty happy. So yeah, that's what I got going on there. And then I have my 20-gallon down here. Big, huge Anubias plant. Yeah, the sparkle lava lamp came from her grandpa's house, and like we're still able to buy a bulb for it. Um, but love that thing, and it's old, and I haven't refilled this tank yet. But there's the rosy barbs doing their thing. Yeah, I've had them. Yeah, I've had them for a while, and Junior was never impeded. He is all he came off of a plant in that bottom 20-gallon tank in the living room. And then when he got big enough and started eating the plants, I put him in with the bigger goldfish. I've lost two goldfish out of that tank, and they were like 8, 9 inches when I pulled them out. I'm like, Junior, that big goldfish in there, like he's got to be pushing 12 or 13 at this point. Like that guy's crazy. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. See if we can do it without glare. See, there's so many babies in here, and the water is just the deepest lime scented cleanser to clean your convenience store with green. Emerald. She's emerald. Like she really stands out when you look at the other tanks. But yeah, gone rogue. But there's babies in there and it's green water, so I'm not as worried about it. And I've got pothos sticking in so many of my tanks that I think that even when a tank goes wrong, it has a little bit more buffer because of the plant life. And I removed probably 3 pounds of duckweed out of here today. It's in all my tanks. Like Jeff Kane calls it, his lids. Duckweed runs the world, man. But yeah, so much pothos coming down, doing its thing. And the leaves are like so big. I'm happy with those leaves. There it is. There's 3 leaves that are under the water and it hasn't like given up on them. They're still letting them grow. I'm sure they're not doing very much, but like it seems it's been like a few weeks like that. Those are the blue Hawaiians. The other ones I have are purple Moscows. There we go. They want it. All right, I'm going to catch up with the chat in just a second. Let me flip this camera around. But yeah, um, welcome, William. June, I had how many? Hold on. Just hit back. I wonder what happened. I'm just gonna log in again. There I am. The shirt doesn't look very good on me. I think this is my last time wearing this one. I think it's done. It's too young on me. My gut is too old for it. One of the two. One of me. To the skin. There you go. That's the pattern of my chairs right there. Got those on a freaking bargain. They got wheels. They got wheels. Well, look at that. Oh, bear with me, folks. Just gotta keep it moving. There we go. That wasn't so bad. I'm trying to do it without like uprooting like what I tucked in there. And it's nice when the plant like floats upwards when you pick it. But I got like a bunch more. Whoop. Oh goodness. It's a comedy of errors. All right, I'm gonna put the scissors down. Try to do this with both hands, since that's what it takes. Whatever it takes, folks. Whatever it takes. Fail. Up here so precariously, and it just seemed to work the first time around. Has it kicked me off yet? Oh, I'm still talking to you guys? What? All right, chat. I've neglected you for a while. I'm sorry. And something is Something is loose inside my DC AC converter for my pump. So I'm going to undo the screws on it and see if I can reconnect something in here. But that might be the first pump that's actually died. It's a $35 of sodium thiosulfate to make a gallon of dechlorinator. That's 2 drops for 1 gallon. It treats 35,000 gallons of water a gallon. So pretty great deal. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I've been ordering the Fritz. I got the Fritz. I ordered the Fritz off of Co-op and it came with the spray pump. So it's one pump, 10 gallons. And I just keep buying more Fritz and putting it in there. And I love the one squirt per 10 gallons because I've got 10 gallon, 20 gallon, 40 gallon, 75 gallon. It's mostly 10s and 20s, you know what I mean? So it's 1 or 2 squirts, be done with it. So yeah, that's the main reason why I've been doing it. Yeah, I'm at about 30 tanks. I've got 200-gallon tubs outside that are full of algae. And actually a bunch of tiger valve seems to be doing really well in there. And there's still 3 white clouds from like the 10 or 12 that I got from Kenny back in the day. Yeah, that pond has been surviving on its own and it hasn't even had aeration, so it has no filter on it whatsoever. And survived the winter. I just kept cracking the ice on it every time it froze, which wasn't that often. Yeah, June, why is there one green tank? I mean, we're upside down again. We try something stupid. All right, let's do the right thing here. More towards the Anubias over here. Oh my goodness. Hey, no problem, man. Especially the upside down tank. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you can expect here. It's just a guy trying to relate to other people and sometimes himself. You know what I mean? Like struggle ensues. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I'm glad you like it. Hope to see you around. Thanks, only Oscars. That's sweet. But yeah, man, fish community Always a good time. So yeah, I put some wafers out there, see if these guys will eat. But it's not their normal location that I put their wafers, so it might take a minute. Yeah, no. Yeah. So hopefully no problems. I make my way back in to tell you guys what's up next week. I keep me in your prayers. And my mom in your prayers. She's gonna have knee surgery on Monday, so I'm going down for that and take care of her for a couple days, then come back and work, and then I'm taking that next week off. But it shouldn't disturb my Wednesday time. And honestly, I have to do water changes, you know, uh, anyway. So might as we can combine the two. It'll be fun. But yeah, mom's having surgery, so keep her in your thoughts. And yeah, hopefully everything goes real well. Um, and I built a raised bed, so I built a rectangle. No, yeah, a rectangle. It's almost square. Squares are hard, y'all. But yeah, I mean, like I used some power tools. Um, I bought some dirt from the Home Depot because that's what we do here in the city. We go to the store and buy dirt. Um, I'm kind of interested in making my own dirt. Um, I think that would be fun. All right, the boys and girls have found it. Yeah, June, we do it. We do it. Well, I mean, especially like she's gonna have surgery. Like my sister's a nurse and I'm a nurse, so it's like she's gonna need some attention for the first couple weeks. I'm like, yeah, man, we got you. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not. I mean, like we know what to do. You know what I mean? We can follow instructions. We can help out. It's not too bad. We'll see how good a patient she is. I assume that it will correspond with how much pain she's in. So we'll see. But it should be fine. Um, but yeah, gearing up for that. My my wife took my car to go get the oil because I'm going to be driving to and from Houston in the next couple of weeks each week. You know what I mean? So that's smart and kind. And turns out my rear brake pads are all freaking jacked. So it's time to replace the pads in those. I've already done the pads in the front. I know how to do it. You know what I mean? Like I do it the I do it the consumer way. I just buy a new set of rotors. So I went and did that before I go down for my mom's surgery on Monday. I gotta put new rotors and pads on my car. So you know what I mean? Like it's the same as every other week. I've done like a third of my water changes. I still got to do most of them. Put it all off till today. It's just like a normal week. Just like a normal week, except I got rotors and brakes now too. You know what I mean? It's just like sometimes my spaghetti comes with extra sauce. But springtime is definitely here. Lots more insect activity, lots more flowers opening up. Spinach is dead. We got little sprouts and then we killed them. So It's all right, man. All right, we'll go for it again. So yeah, we're having a pretty good time. I've been. It's almost time for me to do. It's almost time for me to mow the yard again, and I mowed it last week. So things are happening. But all in all, a good week. And June, to answer your question earlier of why one green tank, it's just like it was three green tanks again. So you know what I mean? Like I think it just has to do with the amount of life, the amount of fish food that's going in there. So you know what I mean? Like we might just be redlining that tank a little bit. It could be getting too much light because I do open the garage door several times during the day when I'm doing things. So some daylight's coming in here. You know what I mean? And like that could just enough to kick it over into green territory. I'm using a box filter that I haven't cleaned in forever. It could have more bubbles coming out of it, so I could clean that filter and have it uh, have it filtering more. But I don't think that's going to do anything about the. It won't filter out the green algae. It'll have to, uh, but the algae might go away after a little while because it would be indirect. I do love the Corydoras. Yeah, but I mean, like it's in the middle, so I would think the one on the end would be the one that was having the algae problems. I don't know. I really don't, but it's happened before on other tanks that had a lot of guppies in them. The same strain as those, and also the Endler tank. I think I have a short, and the water is super green, and they're all like eating a Sarah tab off of the glass. So it's like all of the Endlers like all around it. And I believe the song I picked was Ocean Man by Ween. Uh, so yeah, but it's a great night. Just wanted to share with you guys, see what you guys are up to. Okay, only yeah, June. It's just like, yeah, you can use the UV. It's just like, but if I take it off of there, the green comes back. So yeah, I mean, like that's the thing. I mean, basically, I just got to remove. Uh, I got to remove the. If I get if I get if I get most of the adults out there um, and let the babies grow up, I think that the green water would eventually go away. I've just got to get some of the life out of that tank, and I've got several tanks that are um, they're doing okay. You know what I mean? But they definitely need a water change on the regular just because of how many fish are in there. You know what I mean? So like it's not ideal. But you know, that is the live bear situation. But I do have some extra tanks I could set up and move some fish. That's probably what I'll do because I'll separate the males off from the females and then I'll watch the fry tank going. You know what I mean? Like I'll separate them out of the other tanks as well. I'll have a dedicated fry tank going, and as long as I pull males when I see them and stuff like that, or I don't know, it would be too many with how many babies are in there. So I might just watch a small amount of them in a tank so that I might pull males out so that I can have some Wirkins, some young untouched females, and let them grow larger before I let them. My goodness, my Guinness. So you blacked out the window even June and the algae remained. So yeah, so is it algae at this point or is it just green? You know what I mean? Like is that what I don't know. That's a trip though. I love the mystery. Blah. But yeah, let's go search out some more. I know, right, June? The albino's like the coolest. I was like, that was a treat right there. I was like, all right. It was so crazy. It was so crazy because uh, when I found it, I was talking about it, and Peplin was in the chat. Peplin was like, "Hey, we've never had that happen," and I was like, "No, I got them from Aquahuna." And every time I've gotten something from Aquahuna, I've like lost a couple. But they were. I was ordering Corydorus and Hillstream loaches. You know what I mean? And like, I feel like when my GH runs out and a pH drop occurs in my tank, they can't take that. They don't like that. Whereas almost everything else that I have, like that same sort of scenario can be happening and they don't mind it. But also, it's just like the trauma of shipping and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like they just didn't make it. They didn't make the stress of all of that, you know? Yeah, man, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. They're hilarious. I need to see if my baby brine shrimp eggs are still good. I've had them for a long, long time now. but I need to start feeding that in here regularly. But like I said, I got like a couple weeks that I'm going to be traveling and whatnot. So all these are still ideas at this point. We won't be starting any of that tonight. 6 minutes to midnight, y'all. Party. So, June, you ordered the decapsulated hatching baby brine shrimp and you have not gotten them to hatch? Yeah. Hey, smoke up, June. My Cali queen. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'm still doing the cut up 2 liter bottle method. You know what I mean? Like, I have too many lighters and too many nails I can get hot, make a hole in the lid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just doing it that way. When I get my sink, though, I might invest in a brine shrimp hatchery type situation, like one with a proper spigot on it and stuff like that. But I don't mind the way I was doing it. I just wasn't in the habit of it, and I'm off 4 days at a time, so I have time to do that. Casual. Yeah, I feel you on that. Like I like never really got like a good habit down with it. But these Corys would probably spawn if I just fed them some baby brine. Well, I'm really trying to like develop some good habits and be in the fish room more. Um, it's been a problem. I'm getting more active all the time. Yeah, that's true. Only Oscars. That's probably on the glass. So there's some that I could rescue. That's how the boys down the block did theirs. They brought me some eggs one time, but I didn't have any luck. Let's do some fritivity. All right, everybody, I'm going to move a camera. Guess who's back? Back again. Mike is back. Tell your friends. I like watching the duckweed move around. Amazon reset set top fundamental visions. A special hello to Doc Awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Peru has entered the chat, keeping it real here on the stream. I lost my coffee. One more second. Come on, man. Looking good, feeling good. Doc Awesome, how are you today? Good, back in Oregon. Excellent. All the way from Oregon, ladies and gentlemen, via Peru, off of a satellite. Technical difficulties. I'm drinking out of my Depths Unknown cup. One of my favorite Sunday morning streams. It's as close to church as I'm getting these days. Uh, uh, it's the easy stream, and he cleans his tank. He uses a I speak function, um, where you put an exclamation point and then speak, and then a AI voice like reads your chat, and hilarity ensues. And he's cleaning tanks pretty much the entire time. He's tracking some things with testing stuff like that every week. And it's a real good time. It's one of my favorite streams. So a lot of my favorite streams are on Sunday. As everybody here in the fish community knows, Sunday is a big, big day stream wise. Very busy on Sundays, which is great because that's like my day off. So, like I'm pretty happy about it. But being a day walker, I have been falling asleep on Sunday in the early afternoon hours and then waking up and like getting a drink of water and using the restroom and then going back to bed and then waking up just before the sun comes up and like hitting the day hard with spring activities around the house. Yeah. I have a male. That's it. But it came out of those pepper koi right there. I mean, it could happen again, but I think it's supposed to be like probably not very often, if at all, again, because it's a numbers game, right? Yeah, I want to try some of that as well. I will events that I'm going to. I'm going to Aquachella in May. In June, I'm going to the Texas Star thing, um, and that'll be the ALA as well. And then I will be at the class. Easiest thing for me to do would be to do in May or June, look into purchasing some live foods and stuff like that, a starter culture and stuff like that. And then see how I'm doing with it and get some advice when I see them at the class, but I will have been trying it for a little while. But yeah, I would like to try some live cultures and stuff like that. Don't know how good I am going to be at keeping up with it, but you know what I mean? Like you gotta try. You gotta try. You don't get anywhere by not trying. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, all of them are good. Booyah. Well, folks, before this shuts down again, yeah, man, I think I'm cooked, man. Like, I'll see what kind of feedback they give me. But yeah, this might not be the one for me. I like the way that it works when it's working, but it's never really worked for me very well. Kept dropping this camera that has my face on it, like first time I tried it last week. So that only got worse, and then I got cooked, and I was like, well, I guess I gotta try to reconnect so I can end the stream. Otherwise, the stream just continues, I guess. I don't know what happens then. I don't know. But yeah, Cece's ready, ladies and gents. So head on over. Let me head on over there and let's continue the conversation. I'll be in the chat and I'm going to start some water changes and whatnot, doing the fish room thing. But I'm looking forward to hanging out with you, Cece. So everybody head over there. Cece's Aqua Escapes. And I'll see you guys over there. All right. Love y'all. Bye.